Okay, so I'll do the first one. Can you give me advice on fighting a Falke as a guile? Okay. So let me do guile first. Okay, so you struggle getting in on Falke with guile, which is understandable. The reason it's understandable is because, so first of all, Falke has more range with these buttons, right? She has more range, right? So when you're actually trying to throw out buttons, you know, guile is sort of limited at this range. At this range specifically, guile is limited to what you can do. You can do back fist, so that's a good, but that's it, you know. He's kind of limited. So you have to sort of wait your turn in terms of the neutral, you know. Because when guile actually gets counter hits, you can get, if he gets a counter hit with this, you know, you can get combos and stuff. You don't really want to play the war of normals here. Also, throwing booms at this range is probably better. EX boom specifically, because Falke can't react to EX boom here. She can react to EX boom here and low shot. So this was the case. We go back to neutral. So this is the case, right? Like this range, you don't really want to throw an EX boom here, because you can, that could be a reaction. But if you're over here at this range where she's throwing normals, they're not really going to react. They're not going to react at this range. So that's where you get your knockdown. And then once you actually get the knockdown, so once you're here and you get the, then you get double dash and you're in. So that's a way in. When they start throwing out buttons at this range is where you can get whiff punishes with EX boom. So that's a good, you gotta use the boom as a normal sometimes. You gotta use the boom as a normal to get knockdowns. Another thing that you can do is you got light boom. Now here's the thing. You have to pay attention to the fireball wall, because if you do a light boom, right, and then Falke decides to do a low shot, let me see if I can make it happen real quick. Yeah. So if she does this, here's the thing. Alright. Let me see if I can recreate this. Nope. That was a trade, right? So if she's waiting for the boom to come to low shot, I want to get it more realistic. So here, you see how you jumped over that? You recovered quicker. You would recover quicker at that range. So you have to pay attention to like Guile's recovery and also Falke's recovery, because Falke has more recovery on her projectiles. So you have to pay attention to the fireball wall. Those little things are your ways in. Little things like that. Little things like that. Now what Falke can do is use V-Skill 1 to get rid of it. But then you just have to pay attention to the ranges you're throwing booms at. You know? If they're doing low shot over here, those are just predictions. So you want to mix up doing boom, and you also want to mix up with jumping here. You want to mix up with jumps as well. Alright, so the main issue is getting in. Getting in. What else could I say about this? Oh yeah, I'd definitely say use your V-Trigger activation to whiff punish things as well. You use your V-Trigger activation to whiff punish things sometimes. So stuff like, let me see, what can Guile get? What can Guile get off of like this? Off of stuff like this. What does Guile get? What does he get on stuff like this? Yeah, you get that sweep. What else you get? You get whiff punishes. So I'd say use your V-Trigger activation as well to get whiff punishes. Because Falke has a lot of recovery on things. Falke has quite a lot of recovery on like all her normals in general. So I'd say whiff punishing with Boom is probably your best bet if you're trying to get in. Because in this matchup, Guile doesn't always have to get in. Once you establish a life lead, you can actually start zoning. And Falke is now the character who has to go in. But to get that life lead in the first place, or to get the knockdown and start your offense, I would say learning to like space your booms in areas where the Falke player is actually whiffing normals is really important. Because then you get the knockdown. So yeah, I'd say that's what I would say for that. So hopefully that helps.